Hi, this is Dave Philippi with FabCAD, and I want to show you now some tricks, tips and tricks you're working with tool palettes and working with gradients and creating custom meshes. So over here we have our tool palettes and our utilities ribbon here, or if you're using a menu, go to Tools and Palettes and bring up tool palettes that way. And here there's a tab called Hatches, and you notice there's all these different hatch designs as well as what we call gradients. So if I click on one of these, the way these gradients work, if I wanted to jazz up this railing, give it a gun barrel look, I could do that. And you notice down here, we have a gradient. And if we wanted to make this more about like a copper type of thing, we've got tons of colors to choose from. And we could make it look something like that. Okay, there's all kinds of different things you can do with that. Also, click on this and you could change this from gradient to a pattern, and or we could just delete that and drag in one from our tool palette. So let's just drag this one in. Okay, so say you're working with square mesh. Well, you just change the angle here from 45 to 0, and now it's square. You can also center it, so you go to the origin here and you go to work from the center and it centers it, to see that. You can also scale it to a size that you need, so maybe it needs to be larger than this. You just have to measure it, and then you would have to use a calculator with this to figure out what your scale should be. So let's make it 26, it makes it larger. And then when you're done with that, you could change colors, or when you go to the properties box and pick line weight, if you want to set it for a certain thickness, if you're working with 9 gauge or whatever it is, okay, and make your custom design that way. Now, the other thing you can do is I could save this and put it into the palette. So if I go up there to Edit, Copy, and go to the tool palette and right click over here and paste, it'll drop that mesh down. You see what it did? It dropped it there. You can put it wherever you want, obviously. Let's drop it up here. So let's go back and let's erase this and drop in this. Boom. It's all set, ready to go. Now, you can also bring in other kinds of things into the tool palette. So we've got a tab here, it's called Custom. So I'm going to go to our library, and you remember we brought in one of these collars here. So let's just copy this collar down and say we want to add that to the tool palette, so we can just drag and drop, so we don't have to go looking through all the library, because this one here, the library has 1,000 parts of its own, and our library has 15,000 parts. So what you can do is just click on this. Now, I can grab this. You don't grab it by the grip, you grab it by the line here. And when I grab this and bring it over, okay, it's going to tell me I need to save the drawing first. So that's not unusual. So I'll save the drawing. And then I go over here and grab it. And I can take it right from the drawing and drop it in. I can also come right from here. If I like that one, drag it over and drop it in that way. Okay. And then we have another one here under Custom. Let's go up to our Custom folder. We have a faceplate drawing here to put on the base of this railing here. So I can just click this, drop this from the tool palette, and boom, to a midpoint like that. So this tool palette has got a lot of neat little features to it. Very powerful tool. You can add palettes, so you could create a new palette and call it half-inch parts. And then you can drag in half-inch finials, half-inch collars, half-inch snap-ons, anything that has to do with half-inch, so you know what size it is. And you can also go in, like for instance on this one up here, and if I click Properties, I can put a description and call it half-inch, say 4 1/2 inch square. Click OK. And then when I hold my mouse over it, you notice it says for 1/2 inch square. So powerful little tool there. And you can have a lot of fun with the gradients and the mesh patterns. The beauty is that you can save them and just drag and drop them in by using the tool palettes. Very powerful little item here.